Good morning. Now that you have finished your research notes, here's what I want you to do. In the top right corner of your screen next to the share button, you're going to see a button that says turn in. Mine doesn't have it because I have the teacher version while you have the student version, but click turn in, submit it completely, and then you are ready to move forward with your lesson plan. Now this part, you guys need to work together as a group as opposed to individual. This will all be in Google Classroom, and this is what your lesson plan template will look like. Keep in mind our driving question, what you have to think about as a teacher as you're doing all of this planning. How do you effectively teach a topic in an engaging manner and ensure learning? All of that is going to be addressed in your template here. So let's start. At the very top, write down all of your names. I am going to be sharing this document with one person in your group. That one person needs to click the share button in the top right corner and then submit the names of the other students in your group. And just click share and done. So put all of your names here. Today's date, which is the 5th. I've already filled in some of it, so we are 7th grade. This is world history. Remind us again, what is your lesson title and or topic, and what's the objective? So students will be able to what? What is the point of your lesson, of what you are teaching? From there, we need to address our standards. So if you click on this link, it'll bring you to the history standards. You need to go down to 7th grade and find which standards apply. So grade 6 is not us, we are grade 7. After you find the standard that applies to your topic, you go to your ELA standard, what we now call our Common Core State Standards for California. So again, go through, you might need to use the table of contents, figure out where is 7th grade going to fit into it. Oop, there's history and social studies. Find the page and find the standard that aligns with your specific topic. Then you have ELD. So this is English Language Development Standards. Same thing. Go through, find our grade, and find a standard that applies to your lesson. It has to make sense. You can't just pick a random standard. And last but not least, for history, we have another standard. It's the analysis skills. So instead of just content, we're looking at, well, what skills are you learning? So for this one, it's at the very beginning of 6th grade because it's grades 6 through 8. So 6, 7, and 8, we're supposed to teach you these thinking skills. So pick the one that goes with your lesson plan. After you guys have addressed your standards as a group, I recommend one person at a time or one person from the group picks this standard, another person finds this standard, so it makes it a little faster for you guys. But it's up to you. If you want to do all 4 together as a group, go for it. Next, we need to think about our adaptations. So what adaptations will you have for ELs? So if you go to this link, you'll find out what is an EL, and then what can you do in your lesson that will help them learn, because they're a little different because of their EL. So what are you going to do to help this student in your classroom? After ELs, you need to find an adaptation for special challenges. So not all of us learn the same way. Some of us, it's more difficult. We have different challenges or needs. So read this article or skim through this article and find what you could do to help that student that has a special need. A lot of these are actually good practices for all students, but they are adaptations we have to address as teachers. Last but not least, multiple intelligences is the same idea. All of us learn differently. Some of us are more artistic, some more musically inclined, some of us use technology more than others. So in your lesson, what are you going to do to make sure that you're addressing multiple intelligences? Some of us can listen to something and have no issue repeating the information back. Others, not so much. We need visuals, we need something to help us learn. Last but not least, for your beginning part, your assessment. So what is your strategy for assessment? How are you going to ensure that your students are actually learning? So you're going to click on that link. Oh, sorry, I showed you the wrong one. This was the multiple intelligences. My apologies. So you can watch the video to learn more about multiple intelligences and what you can do. Keep in mind, you can't do them all in a 20-minute lesson. That's just not going to happen. It's not realistic. But figure out what you will for multiple intelligences. The last one here was for assessments. How do you ensure that your students are actually learning what you want them to learn? And it doesn't have to be a typical quiz. There's other options here of what you can do to ensure learning. After that, you need to tell me what materials they're going to need in your lesson, equipment, technology, and the final part. What is your warm-up going to be? Why did you choose this? What is your activity going to be? Why did you choose that? And last but not least, what assessment are you going to use? And why did you choose that specific assessment? Now, I'm going to have other resources to help you in the project folder of Google Classroom. And of course, if you need any help, I am here to help you. So are your other teachers on campus. While you may be starting this today, you will have all of next week to work together as a group to figure out your lesson plan and to gather all the materials. With that, you are good to go. Good luck. And most importantly, have fun with this. Be creative, go above and beyond.